So, hello and welcome. Alright, we're gonna go through, this is like the power rankings, or I'm gonna call them stats updates. So, here we go for the summarized hockey league. I can see from my TV. So, we're gonna go worst to first with this. I'll have a logo in the corner for each team. So, first, worst team in the league by far. After 1 week, four losses. And that is, we're going to New Jersey. The Atlantic City Admirals. They're the worst. Lost all 4 games. They have an entire 7 goals for, 17 goals against. 2 power play goals. And 4.25 goals against per game. They're not even at 2 goals per game. It's bad. It's really bad. And the next team we're going to talk about, number 27. We have the Kitchener Kingsmen in Ontario. They are next. Same type of thing. Exactly. They also played 4 games, lost all 4. And they have just 8 goals for, 2 goals for per game, 16 goals against, 4 goals against per game. It's bad, and they have only 1 power play goal. I'm not gonna keep going down I'm just gonna read what I can see. So they're number 27. Number 26. Staying in the East, we have the New York Ramblers. 3 wins, 3 losses. 8 goals for, 2.67 goals for per game, which is better than some of the other 2 teams. Still 16 goals against, but they have the worst goals against per game by far. 5.33. Yes, you're hearing that right. 5.33 goals against. That is insane. This probably will get a lot of people more familiar with the league. So yeah, 5.33 goals against, 2 goals on the power play so far. And next we're gonna go to my team. So the Atlanta Freight Train, they're 25th. They played 2 games, covered both of them actually, although one did get corrupted. First was a 3-1 loss to the Crusaders. And then right after, yesterday, they lost against the Las Vegas Gladiators. We'll get to them eventually. So for them, 1 goal for, 0.5 goals for per game, which is the worst. Just by default, because they only scored 1 goal, they played 2 games. Yeah, you want to get that number up. You want to get that number up. 5 goals against per game, 2.50 goals for against per game, which is not terrible. 3-1. They've only given up 5 goals. Look at some of the other teams, a lot worse. So, and then 2 power play goals. Then number 24. I should speed this up. We got the Miami Mavericks. So Miami, just 2 games, 2 losses, same type of thing. 5 goals for, so they're a solid 2.50 goals for per game. Actually, they don't have the exact same stats as the next team, but pretty close. A lot of stats align with the next team, which you'll see. 2.50 power play goals against, 4 per game, not power play goals, sorry. 7 goals against, 3.50 goals against per game, and they have just 1 power play goal so far. Now we're on the Louisville Lions. Yeah, they have all their stats are pretty much the exact same. Just the only difference is they're the first team to win. So they're 1-1. They played 2 games. Okay, I get it. They're 1-1. They've lost 1 game in overtime, so they have 1 point. First team with a point too. And all the stats are the exact same except for the power play goals. They're all the same as the Mavericks. They have 3 instead of 1. But everything else is the same as far as stats. Other than what I've already said. Next team will have Washington Generals. They're number 22 this week. So they played 4 games, 2 points. a goal, 1 win, and 3 losses. So they're 1-3. Just the 2 points, 20% point percentage. Still, that's not good, but again, we're so early in the season, it's hard to tell anything. And so 8 goals for, 2 goals, 4 per game, 13 goals against. It's significantly worse than some of these other teams. So 3.25 goals against per game. It's because they played 4, so it's not as high despite the amount of goals they gave up to power play goals. Now we're moving on to the Victoria Vikings, number 21. Out of the 3 games they've played, they are 2-1. So 33% point percentage, which is pretty good. It's better than any of the other teams I've already listed. So the Victoria Vikings, they can't score. 1.33 goals for per game, which is similar with the Atlanta Fraction. They can't score. And 9 goals against, not terrible. 3 goals against per game on average. And then 2 power play goals, so yeah, very similar. A slightly better version of the Freight Train. Now we're on the Saginaw Silver Patriots, Milton. Bit of familyness. You know, I'm like half the time I'm looking that way and not looking at the camera, it's fine. So the Silver Patriots, they're 20, so 3 games played, 2 wins, 1 loss. So they have a winning record, 33% point percentage, 5 goals for, 1.670. Yeah, they're pretty low too. They can't score. They're struggling. I mean, they have 2 wins, so 1.67 goals for per game, 10 goals against, 3.33 goals against per game, 4 power play goals. Thing with Saginaw, despite the fact that they can't score, they still have 2 wins. So they're gonna be kind of like Florida, where they just score enough to win. Which tomorrow they're playing Game 7. Yeah, no game tomorrow. They're gonna move on. I'm actually gonna go down. This next team is the Alaska Aces. So I'm showing them today against Houston Honey Badgers. So out of the 3 games they played, 2 wins, 2 points, 1 win, 2 losses. So yeah, they've again now back to a losing record, and they have 33% point percentage, 7 goals for, 2.33 goals for per game, 10 goals against, 3.33 goals against per game, 3 power play goals, which is not as much as Saginaw. They have 4 power play goals so far, so they're really good in the power play. I didn't mention that for Saginaw. And then we move on to the Buffalo Bison, number 18. We'll move through these a bit quicker now. So the Bison, 2 games played, 2 points, 1-1. 50% point percentage, that's pretty good. 4 goals for per game, 4 goals for, 2 goals for per game, 5 goals against, 2.50 goals against per game, and a power play goal. And almost halfway through. So we have the Rochester Roadrunners at number 17 this week. 2 game goals for, so, and 2 points, a win and a loss, 50%, yep, 6 goals for, 3 goals against, 4 per game, exactly. 6 goals against, also 3 goals against, 4 per game. So they scored 6, they've given up 6. And then 2 power play goals. And here's a bunch of teams with 0 power play goals, so next 4 teams haven't scored a single power play goal, so we're going to skip over that stat. Number 16, we have the Augusta Ambassadors, which unique name that I can like. It's like whole loyalty, that's the whole idea. Authority, that's kind of the whole branding behind it, that name. It's a bit of a weird name, but it works. So 2 games played, 2 points, 1 win, 1 loss, 80% point percentage, you get the deal. 6 goals for, 3 goals for per game, 5 goals against, 2.50 goals against per game. So yeah, and then they can't score on the power play like the rest. So number 12 is the next team who has a power play goal. If they just have 1, we'll get to them. So that's the Ambassadors at 16. Number 15 is the Portland Pilots. in Oregon. So we head out west. So two games played, a win and a loss, 2 points, 50% point percentage. I'm just repeating myself over and over again. 5 goals for, 2.50 goals for per game, 3 goals against. Really low here. 1.50 goals against per game. That is a fantastic. If people can't score on you, you're gonna do well, especially in the postseason. It's gonna be a while before we get there, though. It's gonna be like October. So Baltimore Blast, they have 1 game played, 2 points, and yeah, they won their only game, 100% point percentage just by default, but that's not really accurate. So let's see, these numbers are gonna, a lot of the teams that are lower, their point percentage is gonna skyrocket up in about 2 weeks, and teams with really high point percentages right now, like the Baltimore Blast, it's gonna go down. Because it's 100% by default because they won their only game. Editor Tommy here. I forgot one team. At number 13, we have the Charlotte Tornadoes. And we went right from Baltimore down to Hamilton. So they have 3 points in 2 games, 1 win and 1 overtime loss. And they also have 75% point percentage, 7 goals for, 3.50 goals for per game, 6 goals against, 3 goals against per game. And that they're the last of these 4 teams in a row that don't have a goal in the power play. Back to the regular video. And now to the Hamilton Sharpshooters at number 12. They have a power play goal, just 1 out of the 4 games they played. They're even Steven, 2 wins, 2 losses, 50% point percentage, 11 goals for, 2.75. 12 goals against, 3 goals against per game, so Canada not doing okay. And now to the Houston Honey Badgers at number 11. We're getting into the top 11 now. Top 10 are last one before we get to the top 10. So the Honey Badgers, 4 games played, 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Quite good. They've played more games than a lot of the other teams in this league. So, a little more on than some of the other teams. Other stats are a bit higher. 50% point percentage. 14 goals for. That's fantastic. 3.50 goals for per game. 11 goals against per game. 2.75 goals against per game. 3 power play goals, so they're doing good on the man advantage. Solid team. Into the top 10 now we have the Las Vegas Gladiators. 3 games played, 2 goals, 2 wins and a loss. One of them was just against the Atlanta Freight Train. Sadly, they beat them 2-0, but sadly for me, because they're my team. I don't see the Columbus Joe yet, so they're doing well too. We'll get to them. 2 wins and a loss, 66.7% on point percentage. Some other than a rounded number like 50 or 100 or 25. 9 goals for, 3 goals for per game because they played 3 games, 2 wins and a loss. 12 goals against per game, 12 goals against, 4 goals against per game on average. Just 1 power play goal, so you might want to work on it, but they do have 1. Now we're into the Toronto Titans at number 9. They have 3 games played, 4 points, 2 wins and a loss, 66.7% point percentage, 8 goals for, which is quite low. They've only played 3 games, 2.67 goals for per game. You want to get that up. Again, it's the first week. Can't go too hard on any team. 7 goals against, overall, 2.33 goals against per game. Eventually, I'm going to be mentioning it. And the more I do this, the better I'll get. And I'll know what to mention. So 3 power play goals. They're number 9 this week. Number 8, the Orlando Ocean. So 2 games played, 4 points. They won both, so they're perfect record right now for the Orlando Ocean. 100% point percentage. They're fantastic right now. 6 goals for, just 3 goals against. Those are really good stats. Really good. Might want to score a little more, but they've got it. Just 1.50 goals against per game. That is a really good stat. I know they've only played 2 games, but that could be telling. Now we're at the Columbus Chill at number 7. Really solid games from them. They played 2 games, won both of them, just like Orlando. 100% point percentage, just like Orlando. The Chill. This would be a good like Eastern Conference final between these two teams right here. That'd be cool, or a second round matchup. So 8 goals for, 4 goals against per game, 5 goals against, 2.50 goals against per game, just 1 power play goal. And now number 6, the Montana Magic. 3 games played, 5 points, so 2 wins and an overtime loss. They had probably the most points of anybody so far. Wait, hold on, I'm not. Except they have the most points so far, that there are teams with more. I'll get to that. 2 wins in the overtime loss, 83% point percentage, 16 goals for. That's really good. That's a lot. It's the most I think I've seen. 5.33 goals for per game. Really good stats by Montana. They're doing so and so. Yes, nothing's seen. Oh yeah, it is raining outside, so sorry about that, but we'll just keep on going. 15 minutes in, number 6, the Magic. 8 goals against. That's solid. 2.67 goals against per game. 4 power play goals, so they're really good on the man advantage. They've only played 3 games, by the way. So more than the power play goal per game. Number 5, the Everett Explosion. 4 games played. 6 points, 3 wins, and a loss. Solid play from them in this first week. 75% point percentage, 12 goals for, 3 goals against, 3 goals for per game, 12 goals against, 3 goals against per game, and 2 power play goals. They're number 5. They're doing really good. And so they're even 12 goals for, 12 goals against. Number 4, the Quebec City Royals. Sorry, back in 2 teams in Canada back to back, so they're doing good. Everett. No, Everett's that's right above Seattle. Never mind. So Canada, I guess they're doing good. Do they have a team in the top 10? Yeah, they have the Toronto Titans, number 9. And we still, I don't know who number 1 is yet, so I'm doing this. I haven't gone through these, so you get to see them with me. So 4 games played for the Quebec City Royals were in Eastern Canada. 6 points, 3 wins, and a loss. Other 4 games, 75% point percentage, 17 goals for, 4.25 goals against, 12 goals against, 3 goals against per game, 4.25 against per game. I already said that as 4. And then 5 power play goals. That's the most so far. 5 power play goals in 4 games. They're really good on the man advantage. And now we're at the New Orleans Crusaders at number 3. 3 wins, 3 games played. They won all 3, 6 points, 100% point percentage, 14 goals for, 4.67 goals for, just 6 goals against, 2 goals against per game, 4 power play goals. They're doing really good. They're really getting these wins in early on. If you have a good start to the season, there's a good chance you're going to have a good rest of the season. A really good one. The deeper the hole you dig, the harder it's going to be to climb out. Let's roll with this. So, New Orleans off to a good start down south. Then we head to Hartford for the Heroes. They're number 2. 3 games played, 3 wins, 6 points, 100% point percentage, just like the rest of these teams. 14 goals for, 4.6 goals for per game. I don't like repeating myself because the number is the exact same as the team right below them. Or how I'm looking at something going down, worst to first. They're actually above them. So 6 goals against, 2 goals against per game, 4 power play goals. Same with the next team, which is number 1 this week, the Wichita Wild. They played absolutely perfect. Perfect hockey. Dennis Gurion with a hat trick on a game I called that was on a doubleheader, not yesterday, but on Friday night when I had a doubleheader back to back. They played phenomenal against the Kitchener Kingsmen. 6-2 win for them. That racked up their goal total quite a bit. So 8 points at the only team that's won all 4 games. 8 points. They have the most points of anyone. No losses. 100% point percentage. That's going to remain quite high throughout the season. I wouldn't be surprised if they're on the final. 19 goals for, 4.75 goals for per game, 6 goals against, 1.50 goals against per game. These are fantastic stats. 4 power play goals. So that's your SIHL recap for this week. About 20 minutes. I was hoping to be a bit quicker, but 20 minutes, that's not too bad. Hopefully this saves. I don't want to have to do this again. It's just my first take. Goodbye. Thank you for seeing. Hope you tune in next week for the next time I do this.